Happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. It's your girl, Maria Milagros here. And it is the month of May. And during the month of May, we are talking about ways to get excited about our everyday lives. So this is what I personally do top of the morning. This is what I do first thing in the morning. This is what I do. And it's a way for me to get excited about my life. So the first thing that I do is I list for myself a couple of things that I'm grateful for as soon as I wake up. Now, let me be clear that when I first started doing this, it wasn't like I decided I was going to do it and then all of a sudden I decided I was going to do it, and then I had to create for myself a contingency plan because I knew that this was a new behavior. So in order for it to become a thing that I do every day, I have to remind myself. So I would put in my phone, when the alarm went off, it would say, what are you grateful for? I put stickies on my phone or like in the bathroom when I go to brush my teeth that said start with gratitude or something like that. It was a constant reminder to myself that first thing when you wake up, let's go. What are you grateful for? I woke up this morning, I have a bed to sleep in, the sun is shining, or even if it's not, it's raining, which we need for the ecosystem or whatever. Finding good in everything that is in our lives. And so for me, that's a great way for me to just kind of ground myself into things that I am grateful for. The second thing that I do is that I decide what is my intention for the day. Like what are my intentions, meaning not just like goals that I have to accomplish, even though you can do that too, but it's not just about goals that you have to accomplish. It's also about the energy that I'm intending to bring into the space. So there are mornings where I wake up and I'm like supercharged with energy and I'm feeling like, right? And I'm like, yes, I'm bringing all of that into the space today. And then there are mornings where I wake up and I'm kind of tired, realistically. But I'll say to myself, okay, so today my goal is to remain in a space of peace and to remain calm. Because I know myself. It is so important that we are self-aware. And I know that when I get to the point where I'm like, there's a point in the day where I get really tired and it's like, that's it, avoid human contact, right? Only because my ability to filter becomes a little less. And my ability to not interfere or not take things personal becomes less when I'm tired because I'm not at my A game, right? So if I wake up on some mornings and I'm tired, okay, what's my intention for today? Because I'm accepting and embracing where I'm at in the moment. My intention today is to stay constantly aware. My intention today is to be aware of what's coming out of my mouth because I always want to operate in love, even when I'm in this space, because I can't use this as a justification. My intention today is to stay peaceful and calm and just like spend some time in meditation or whatever, right? And then the third thing that I do is I ask myself, what is it that I can get excited about today? And then I'll think about my day and I'll say, well, it's exciting to have this drive with my daughter in the morning. It's exciting to listen to new music that I discovered last night. It's exciting to lead these fitness classes and to be in the same space with these amazing women. It's exciting because I have a new client today, a coaching client that I'm going to be having our first call with. Like these things are exciting. It's exciting to go see my daughter play sports. It's exciting that we get to make dinner together. It's exciting. Like these things are exciting. And then I'm like, okay, my life is pretty exciting. Like this is really great. But I have to be intentional about calling it exciting and why. Why is it exciting, right? That's something that we have to get better at and we have to get practiced at is using our words to change our narrative, because if you decide that it's exciting, it will feel exciting and then so will your life. The more that you practice that, the more exciting your life will seem. And it's not just seem, the more it actually will be for you. And you don't need to get justification or validation from anybody else, right? Some people are like, you think laundry is exciting? Yeah, I do. As much as I think traveling to another country is exciting, I think doing laundry is exciting because I remember being so poor that I only had one little drawer of clothes. It's exciting that I have all these clothes. It's exciting that there's machinery that can wash it for me. I'm not actually doing laundry. The only thing I do is fold, right? Like, and that is like, it's exciting that I get to participate in this whole thing that proves that I'm abundant in this way. It's exciting for me. We get to decide what's exciting. And again, I don't need anybody else to validate my excitement. I'm excited. I know where that comes from and I know why. I don't have to justify my story. I get excited. We have to get better at getting excited about our lives. So to recap real quick, here are the 3 things that you can do in the morning to start your day off right. 1, list a few things in your life, be it things or experiences or people that you're grateful for. I cannot express enough the power of gratitude. Okay, the second is to be intentional about checking in with yourself, where you are, and then how are you going to intentionally move through the spaces of your life? What energy energy are you going to bring when you do your to-do list, or you check the goals off of your list, or your baby steps, or whatever you have to do. And then the third thing is really declaring for yourself out loud, what are some things during that day that you can get excited about? I get excited about working out because it means I can move my body. I get excited about, like coloring with my daughter at the end of the night because it's bonding time between she and I. Like, I get excited about those things. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he mentioned something, and I said, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. And he goes, Maria, you think everything's exciting? And I said, yeah, I do. And then we sat there silently in this awkward space for a few seconds where I was just like, and then he goes, okay, I get it. That's why you're way happier than I am. Okay, gotta go, right? Like, I'm choosing what energy I'm bringing into my life and to be excited about my life. You can choose not to be, but don't get mad at me because I'm happy. I'm doing the work over here. You know what I'm saying? And then there's this last thing that I want to leave you with. It's this great quote by Maya Angelou that says, life loves to be taken by the lapel and told, I'm with you, kid. Let's go. Oh, I love it so much. Let's unpack that quote for a second. Life loves to be taken. It wants you to take the initiative. By the lapel. Life is showing up. Life is showing up, and life is dressed up, okay? You ever get excited? You go somewhere to a wedding or something, you get all dressed up, you got your little suit on, you know what I'm saying, right? Yes, life is showing up for you like that every single day with its best. You have to decide whether or not you're going to take it up. And you say, let's go, kid. I love that so much because have you ever really watched kids? They just want with everything in them to return to a space of happiness over and over and over. They are solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. They are adventure-based, not fear-based. They just want to be loved and to give love, and they are rooted in love, for the most part. Unless there's some trauma there. But for the most part, that's what kids are. And life is like that. Life is an adventure. Life is love. Life is easy. It's fun. It's supposed to be. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have problems or obstacles. But if your perspective is, that's just a part of life and I got everything I need to work that out, then you will. And it doesn't feel like this debilitating thing just because this one little small thing or sometimes even a big thing happened. Like, that's a part of life. It's part of the adventure. Which means on the other side of this, it's going to be great. Right? Because it has no option but to be, if that's how you choose to see it. And then it ends with, let's go, which means you have to take action. You have to do something. And sometimes the something is gratitude work, and sometimes the something is affirmations, and sometimes the something is, starting that workout plan, or cleaning up your diet, or going back to school, or going to therapy, or getting a life coach. Let's go. We only have the one life. Let's live it. And let's have fun doing it. Ow. Hey. Because that's super sparkly everything. You know what I'm saying? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who can benefit from it, please share it. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And I will see you next week because you're magic and I can't wait to talk to you again. That's a true story. Just own it. Take it in, embrace it, love it. Peace!